In this video, I will be showing you the two-color Italian tubular cast-on. The two-color Italian tubular cast-on is worked exactly the same way as the Italian tubular cast-on, only you use two colors. It's perfect for double knitting because you get that tubular edge, but you have your two colors. So one color is on one side and the other color is on the other side. To work this cast-on, you start with two colors of yarn. And I like to make a loose knot in them just to keep them together so that I have a knot to place my needle up against. And you need to decide which color is coming over your thumb and which color is coming over your index finger. And you will place your needle on that knot and kind of hold the knot up against the needle. The needle is on top. So I like to make essentially a knit stitch first, so that is going to be made with the color in the back. So decide which color you want that knit stitch to be. In double knitting, we'll be making sets of 2 stitches. So whatever this color is, will be the opposite color will be the first row of the next after you cast on. So that will determine which color you hold on your thumb and which you hold on your index finger. To make the first stitch so that it is a knit stitch, you pivot, so this is what it looks like from above, and this is what it looks like head on. You pivot the needle forward, and then under that first strand, up in between, and you grab the index finger strand and then pull it towards you and then pivot the needle up. I'm still pinching this knot right here. And now I have produced a white stitch that is presenting as a knit stitch being anchored by this red strand. And I keep all of my yarn down underneath the needle. Now to create the red stitch, we pivot the needle back away from you, and then under everything, and then from the front, scoop the red and pivot it back to the back. And I'm keeping tension down here so that all of the yarn stays underneath the needle. So now I've produced a red stitch that is presenting as a purl stitch being anchored by this white thread. And we just repeat that. So I've created my first pair for double knitting. So I pivot towards me, under the red, up, grab the white, and then pull it forward, and then pivot everything down. To make a red, focus, there we go. I pivot away, back down under everything, scoop from the front, the red, and pivot to the back. This makes sure as well that the right leg of each stitch is oriented correctly, is in front. So now I have my second pair. Then we keep repeating that. So in front, up, scoop, pull it forward, pivot down, under, grab the red, swing it back, front, up, scoop, white, back away, under everything, grab the red, pivot back. Let me do it with my hands so you can see from above. So I need a white. So I'm going towards me, up, grabbing the white, bringing it forward, and then orienting the yarn down. Now I need a red. So I go away, under everything, up, back down, and then up, and orient it again. Let me do that a couple more times. Towards, up, grab the white, bring it forward, pivot down. Away, under everything, swing up, grab the red, swing down, under the white. And there you go. So you repeat this as many times as you need until you have the stitch count that is required. For double knitting, it's always going to be pairs. When you get that last stitch in, I like to twist to anchor that, and when I turn the work, I keep the white, the red behind the white, so that that white is anchoring for me to then knit that first red stitch, like so. That anchors everything. If you're not doing double knitting and for some reason you're using this cast on and you need an odd number of stitches, well, then you just cast on one more for your odd, and you'll turn your work. And again, I like to make sure that those two yarns are twisted like that, or crossed, so that is anchored. This stitch is a purl presenting, so in order to purl it, I keep that red yarn back, anchoring the base of that stitch, and I would purl it like so. So that is the 2-color Italian tubular cast on. Thanks for watching.